Will Kemi Badenoch ever cut through as leader of the Conservative Party? That is a question that the May local elections will go some way towards answering, but for many, the reply is already blatantly obvious. With Prime Minister Keir Starmer presiding over the Western response to Russian aggression, and Reform MPs fighting like cats in a sack over the direction of the party, it would be easy to give the Conservative leader a pass on her recent media invisibility. Whilst Badenoch's admirers pile up their excuses, lacing their regrets with the steer that every opposition leader in a new parliament struggles for media attention and needs time, the fact remains that British voters have repeatedly told pollsters that they don't know who is Kemi Badenoch. Worse still, they don't really know for what she stands. Badenoch's PR pitch is that the party is under new leadership, but she has yet to successfully rebrand the Tories, or recast the party in her image. Theresa May tempted fate when describing the Tories as the nasty party, whilst David Cameron, in letting himself be filmed cycling around London and hugging huskies, fired the first shots of his big tent philosophy by attempting to show the green and caring side of conservatism. If politics is about presentation as much as principles, then where is the Badenoch public relations campaign to win over the British public? She does not need to spell out in detail her policies, although it is highly probable now that she will come out in favor of leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, as a sop to Reform voters. But the Conservative leader needs to get into the nation's living rooms, so that the electorate can see her away from the Westminster dispatch box, where Badenoch rarely attracts positive reviews for her questioning of the Prime Minister. The couch sessions with Jordan Peterson and other right-of-center social media luminaries were a step in the right direction, but just 5 months into her tenure as leader, Badenoch looks desperately in need of a relaunch. Perhaps, the North West Essex MP needs a big-ticket daytime television interview and a sustained program of soft-focus media projects to set out the personal qualities that made her the clear winner in last October's Tory leadership contest. The Badenoch relaunch cannot come too soon, as her critics are becoming increasingly vocal. Plotters within the party are already spinning that should the May local election results prove to be as dreadful as projected, then Badenoch will face a leadership challenge. Farage, seemingly oblivious to the threat of Elon Musk's money being used to fund a new party to his right, has quietly regained control of the media narrative surrounding his party, at least for now. Weekend polls suggest that there may have been a slight dip in support for reform since the Farage-Lowe spat became public. It is common political wisdom that voters punish divided parties at the polls. This could lead to an underwhelming reform performance at the local elections. Surely, Farage would then tour the media studios, throwing blame grenades in Lowe's direction, whilst trumpeting the obvious truth that at the last general election, Reform gained more votes than the Liberal Democrats. Any local success should be seen as a promising indicator of political achievements to come for a party that has started from zero. However, if Reform does as well as some polls suggest, and challenges credibly Labour and Conservatives across the country, then Farage's cheeky car dealer grin, and his trademark pint and a cigarette persona, will decorate the media's portals all summer long. Kemi Badenoch can only dream of such exposure. Thank you for listening to this podcast from our master's blankets. We are delighted to have your attention. Please like and share this podcast. And whilst you're here, please subscribe to this channel. This helps us to keep going and to reach more people with our updates on Kemi Badenoch's leadership of the Conservative Party and the challenges she faces. See you next time.